Welcome to the RotoWire Fantasy Soccer Show. We're talking Tuesday's 6-match slate for Champions League at DraftKings. I'm joined by Luis Pacheco. I'm Adam Zdroik. Luis, are you ready for this slate in which all but 4 teams have something to play for? Have nothing to play for, sorry.
Yeah, at least I'm kind of happy for the UEFA gods that put the Atletico group early on, so I don't have to talk about the disappointments of not qualifying to the Champions League and um,
Yeah, we don't have to talk about the end of that one.
yeah, not at all. So yeah, I mean, it's last day of Champions League. There's just pretty much 3 matches that are important, right?
I think
Like
there's only two.
if Liverpool beats Napoli for like 1 goal, I think it was 3-2 last time, right?
Yeah, no, didn't they get beat like 4-1?
4-1. So Liverpool have to beat Napoli for more than that to be first.
Good luck.
Yeah, but at least we know that Liverpool is gonna try.
I don't
You
think they
think maybe
are,
for
though.
45 minutes, right?
I don't. Do you
You
think
don't
they?
think so?
I think they're tired. They just lost at home against Leeds. I mean, are they actually going to put their A squad? The odds imply that Liverpool are going to try put their A squad in here. But like, why are you risking all these guys coming off a loss on a short week to win to hopefully win against Napoli are playing like one of the best teams in the world right now. Like, do you think you can actually win 4-1 after just losing to Leeds? I think they should just put James Milner in, put Curtis Jones in, put these puppies in, Carvalho, put these guys in. It doesn't make sense that they're this high. I don't think Klopp's going to go for it, but we'll see.
Yeah, you might be right. In that case, so that's what we do. I mean, is Lewandowski gonna play? Probably not. But Barcelona probably needs
Lewandowski's
to
out.
win. So
He did not
who's
travel.
gonna play? Yeah, but Lewandowski didn't travel, right?
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah. So what's the projected lineup for Barcelona? Do we have any value in there?
So Barcelona, we got Torres will probably start. We got Ansu Fati, Rafinha. So I mean, I guess Rafinha on set pieces. I mean, this is what we're looking at here.
Yeah.
But the thing with all these guys in here is like how long are they going to go? Are like all the I guess is it more likely that they go 90 because they never play? But if you look at the traveling squad for Barcelona, it's like a lot of I don't know U23 guys or a lot of youth team
Yeah.
guys in there. So you got to think that some of those guys are going to come on for 20, 30 minutes just so they can get Champions League minutes because this match doesn't mean anything.
Agree. I think that yeah, it's a matter of like what you think, right? I believe probably Ferran Torres is gonna play a lot. Um, Especially they want to see what they have. And Ansu Fati, I don't know. Ansu Fati is always injured, so he might play or not. And Rafinha, so, I mean, those at least those guys are decent price, right? Not sure if they are must play, but at least Rafinha in that lineup seems pretty close to a lock. Um, I mean, I know time might be a problem, but who else can you? I mean, I don't see many replacements for Rafinha straight up than Ferran Torres, right? So we'll
Right,
see.
Rafinha.
Um,
Rafinha's kind of cheap at 8,100. He's gone more than 72 minutes in just one match this season for Barcelona. Not sure, maybe minutes don't matter because they're playing, Pilsen here, but
yeah, it can be, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, who else you like? I mean, are you touching Son in this slate?
I'll run through the matches here. So Group A, basically, we mentioned Liverpool here. If they win their match 4-1 or better, they could top the group. But otherwise, Napoli is on 3 points above Liverpool. Ajax
Yeah,
Rangers. Rangers' only chance is to beat Ajax by 4 goals to get into the Europa League spot. So it seems like Ajax pretty set on that one. And then you got Group B is the main one, which I guess, sorry, that's Group B is the early matches. Group C, you have Bayern Munich already in first, Inter Milan already in second, Barcelona already in third, and then Pills in there at the bottom. So none of those matches mean anything. And then Group D is the interesting one. How much are you putting into, like, all these teams have something to play for? Tottenham sitting at 8 points, Sporting Lisbon 7 points, Frankfurt 7 points, Marseille 6 points. All these games mean something. Does that matter? What does that mean for DFS? We see the implied totals. Those matches are 2.83 and 2.81. Do we look at them? I guess is the question.
I think for experience, if the prices matter, it's good. It's got to target those matches, especially because they have to play the best teams, and it's the result, especially the team that is behind, like Frankfurt and Sporting. The only way for Frankfurt to come in is to win. So, do you think they can beat Sporting in Lisbon? Are they gonna push hard, and that will make that Sporting maybe Sport? I think Sporting with a tie is in, but if it's any goal anywhere can make the motivation change. So just, I mean, in my case, it's like, well, do I want to play Son and 9,000? Yes, I think that's not a bad play. But if it's at 10,000, I'm not sure, right? Do I want to play Kamara? And I don't know how much is Kamara. Let me check.
7,200.
Yeah, that's a little bit rich for him, but
Wouldn't
if
you
you have the
rather
salary,
want
you
to?
could.
Wouldn't you rather want to play Pedro Porro at 5,600? I mean, obviously this
Yes,
is
I
midfield
think so.
defense, but it just makes more sense to.
Agree.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
the
I
thing
agree.
with these
I
matchups
agree on
is.
that. I like Poro as well.
Yeah, I mean, you're always a Porro guy there.
Yeah.
The thing with these matchups
Just yeah. So
is.
in that case,
Yeah, go ahead.
like what I mean, like it's like I'm gonna play TAA. Maybe he's gonna play 45, or maybe go with Pedro Porro. Then he's probably gonna play full match unless something, unless they go up 3-0, and hopefully you get the points there, right? So I like target those matches because of that. The other side of the coin is that they tend to be more conservative. They tend to become more as a knockout round match, which is more defensive, lower scoring, and but like I can see how Tottenham Marseille, maybe Tottenham is more cautious, and just since I think a tie puts them in, I think. Whereas Marseille might have to move a little bit forward, so you think, well, maybe they don't want to lose the match. They're going to be tied until the last 20-30 minutes to see what's going on the other match, right? So
I think Marseille has to win no matter what.
yeah, Marseille have to win, right? I'm not sure Frankfurt. Yeah, Frankfurt and Marseille. I think the home teams that go, if they win or tie, they are in. I think both of them. So it's a matter of like, you think Marseille can do something on against Spurs, Frankfurt, which I like against Sporting, but as you mentioned, right? I mean, I'd rather play the Sporting guys at those prices than Frankfurt guys. Even though your guys scored last time, so
Wait, who
Kolo
scored?
Muani.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think he still finished with under 10 points, if I remember correctly.
He did the Cavani,
Yeah.
the goal and 2 fouls.
Yeah, he went above. He got 10.7.
10.7. Wow.
Yeah.
With a goal. Unbelievable.
So
Hey, for 5,000, that's value. 2x still value in this
Right.
this environment.
yeah, I think Son's the first one in. So if we look at
Yeah.
this Tottenham matchup, I think the possibilities are, Marseille, they go up a goal and at any point, and Tottenham have to push. And we just saw Son he had 11 crosses last week. He had however many crosses over the weekend against Bournemouth, where he had a floor of 24 points. So if Marseille's ahead, Tottenham are going to have to push. On the other side of that, if it's even, you'll have Marseille pushing a little more, probably in the second half. Even if Tottenham are winning or something like that, Marseille are going to have to press, and that's also going to open up for like counterattacks, which is pretty much a specialty of Tottenham. So
Yep.
I think no matter what happens in this Tottenham match, it seems like Son is in a good spot to produce something, whether it's a good floor or he's going to get on the score sheet. So I think he's the first one in for cash games.
Yeah, for cash, definitely Son. I'm with you. I think for cash, I was leaning towards Son and someone else. I'm thinking Rafinha. Um, I am scrolling down. I see Harry Kane at 7,900. That's quite interesting price for Harry. Um, I see Ansu Fati is not bad, but if you know like those Barcelona guys, a little bit scared. They have not much to play. Ferran Torres is good price for the odds, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, I feel he might be more of a GPP play for the because it's not 5,000, it's just 7,000, which is, I mean, as you say, you can get Pedro Porro for that money, or you can get somebody with set somewhere, than dealing with a Barcelona team that might not travel well with the right motivation. Like, I mean, what am I playing this game? If it's nothing to do, like, so I don't know. Where you are there? I like Harry Kane that price. I think you compare Son and Kane, even in cash, but my preference is Son. Set taker for Barcelona, which probably will have to get Rafinha. So
I think there will be. I think there's going to be goals in this Barcelona match. Even though there's nothing to play for, there is still a ton of rotation to where, like, these guys, I don't even know if Ferran Torres probably has like 100 minutes in Champions League. So, I mean, it's like this is their chance. This is a start in Champions League. Like, even though there isn't maybe the motivation to, on a club level, but maybe on a personal level, I think that still has to be there. I mean, Rafinha came to Barcelona not only to play with one of the best clubs in the world, but to play in Champions League. Like, he came from Leeds, and this is one of his rare starts in Champions League. So I'm not sure how much you want to look at that motivation. I mean, Pilsen is a team that have allowed plenty of goals, that probably will be dominated. But did they score the opener in the first meeting between these teams? Let me check that out. It was 5-1 when these teams
it was
met.
Lewandowski, I think, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, Lewandowski got a hat trick and it was 5-1. So I mean, it, it's just hard because we don't know the minutes. That's the other part to it. Like, if Rafinha was going to play 90 minutes, he's a must play. He's probably going to have, he might have all set pieces. If he goes 60 minutes and maybe 6 corners, 8 corners, maybe that's still fine though, because he's still likely to get on the score sheet. So you have a couple options here how you want to actually play this, because maybe with 60, 70 minutes of Rafinha is going to be fine, but
Yeah,
maybe not. It's really hard to read. So
agree.
I guess we have to mention Bayern Munich too. They're home against Inter Milan. Again, these are two teams, not a ton to play for. How much? We're definitely going to see like Bayern Munich rotating. We can see the lineup. Like, we don't expect Kimmich to start. This guy Matthias Tell expected to start. Gnabry, Musiala, Coman. So I mean, you probably don't want to play any of these guys. Like, I'd say, like Musiala, Coman, those guys probably aren't going to be options for 90. What's going to happen in this match exactly here? Like, how is Inter going in this matchup against almost a B squad Bayern Munich? Like, what are their thoughts in this? It's all these matches are really difficult, and this is just an extremely difficult slate here in terms of DFS.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, I feel that they say, you know, like, everybody's expensive. Like, I mean, Choupo-Moting not gonna start, but 9,000. Tell 7,900. Coman is the cheapest one, but I just don't like that side of the match. And in the other side as well, like, I mean, I see Mkhitaryan in there, then he might have set pieces, but how much is Mkhitaryan at the moment? And and it's just, I mean, there's probably better options on the matches that matter for the salaries than going Inter or Bayern and not knowing what's gonna happen, right? Like if you, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just feels like going to that match seems like a bad news, even for GPP. Like I don't know what's gonna happen. So
Yeah, I think. Let's see here. I think the match I may look at, it's going to depend on what lineups look out when they come out. But so this Ajax match, Ajax are, they got the fourth best odds to win. Implied goal total 1.86. I'm not sure how much I'm going to put into that, but I mean Ajax haven't had a good Champions League. They're coming into this, they already beat Rangers 4-0. Whereas some of these teams, they're already advanced or it's a difficult matchup for a team like Inter, like Ajax, they could leave Champions League with another big win. But I
yeah,
don't think they're just going to be like, okay, well, whatever. We're playing Rangers. Let's put the B squad out here. Like this match doesn't matter, kind of a thing. I don't think that's going to be their mindset. I think they're going to kind of attack this one a little bit here.
yeah,
Any
I
thought?
like. I
Any
think
thoughts with
Ajax is
Ajax?
probably a better choice than Bayern. Like I think Ajax probably better choice than Bayern for sure. Um, um, I I think the prices are not bad, right? Like I mean, Tadic not bad, Berges not bad, Kudus, your boy, not bad prices. I like Ajax as a good GPP stack for sure. Away and Rangers, as you say, may might be playing for something, but it might be better goals there than Bayern Inter, right? I'm I like that, and I like their prices too. So maybe it's a good game. So it's a good
Yeah,
game
it's it,
for Ajax, right?
it's
So
almost not even for GPPs. I think
you
Berghuis
like it in
may,
cash too? Yeah,
yeah, like even Berghuis may be in consideration for cash games. Like he's in that Rafinha
yeah,
spot. I mean, the matchup isn't that much different. I'd say maybe Berghuis is more likely to go closer to 90. So again, this is everything kind of depends on the starting lineups. If Ajax put in, five new guys or whatever, obviously motivation isn't going to be the same. So I'd probably move off that route. If Liverpool start James Milner at right back and Carvalho, probably not going to look at them. We'll see what Napoli looks like. It's just it's late that it's really dependent on who starts, and I think that's why you start with
exactly.
Son.
I'm with you there.
You start with Son because he's going to play. He's probably going to go 90, and then you just go from there.
Yeah,
So it's so that makes it really difficult to talk about here. But I guess we got to look at some other cheaper forwards in case you don't want to spend up at two forward spots here. So I'll just plug in Son and
yeah.
Rafinha for now. But what else is even at forward here? It's like you don't want to look at the Napoli guys really. It's just Kudus 6,400. I mean, we're going down here. You mentioned Kolo Muani at 5,700. It's what is it?
Yeah.
I guess you could go Rangers. Kolak is
God,
down
it's just
here,
that. It's just
4,400.
yeah. I mean, I just don't like any of those choices, right?
I
Rather,
met I mentioned Ryan Kent
yeah,
last
just
week. He went 90 minutes, maybe most likely to go 90 in this one for Rangers, home against Ajax. Ajax haven't been good defensively. I think Kent,
yeah,
the numbers aren't there really, but again, this is
yeah. It's
Ajax
not bad.
with, yeah, it's 3,800 with maybe a likely full 90 home against Ajax. So if you want to spend down, maybe that's the move because there really isn't anything else.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard, right? Like because say, well, we can say Marseille, Alexis Sanchez. I think at 700, at 6,700 is a little bit too rich.
Yeah, I mean,
to
even do you
why
want
not go
that?
down, right?
I guess Tottenham haven't been playing that good defensively, but that still just doesn't feel like something I want.
Yeah, definitely not. But you play into the motivations. He probably want to play 90
Hmm.
yada yada yada, right? But I'm with just a matter of like, well, I'd rather get one of these uh, talented guys and are playing in a match that maybe not doesn't matter much to anyone, but have probably more opportunity to score than Alexis Sanchez in a game that matters, right? Especially at Tottenham. So
Yeah, I'd almost think like
yeah,
Ferran
I will go
Torres.
down that way. I mean, I think those options are covered, right? You have the Barcelona options, you have Son, you have Kane, and then you have Ajax. I like the Ajax take, obviously, more than Bayern take. I'm not liking Bayern, not Frankfurt or Tottenham for forwards. Maybe Lisbon as well. I just like the midfielder guys and Edwards and Porro more than the striker. So we will do that. So I don't have anything else to say at forward, man.
No, midfielder is equally difficult to discuss, especially without Kimmich in there. I mean, you figured Coleman and Musiala maybe split sets, but 67 minutes home against Inter probably not enough. You mentioned Kamada
Yeah,
7,200, Perisic 7K. Again, this is you see the 19 crosses last match. I mean, there's another world in which, Marseille score the first goal, and then there's a repeat for Perisic to where this is a decent price for him at 7K, but you're obviously depending on Marseille to go up a goal kind of a thing to so you can get that floor from Perisic. But that's
yeah,
a lot to depend on there from a game script at least.
yeah. I'm with you. It feels hard. I'm moving towards the Lisbon guys, right? So I like Marcus Edwards. I like Trincao. I like uh, I like those guys, a midfielder. Um, just at home, the matchup as well. I can see. I think Lens they put Lens out at halftime. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he was injured or something.
Yeah,
Pellegrini's back in there. Hopefully, Pellegrini's still cheap as a defender.
yeah, he's 4,300.
Um, oh, they even increase it. Wow, crazy. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah,
And then
it's
and then we have um,
what do we have? What is there? Nothing.
yeah,
Um, what
yeah,
what
nothing else in
what is
there.
there even?
I mean, I like Sporting guys. How are you? Do you like the Sporting guys or not?
Yeah, I mean, I played Edwards last week. Uh, he only got he got they got that first goal, so it was mostly Tottenham pushing. But I mean, again, I mean, if you look at the table, it's still kind of iffy because Sporting aren't the ones who need. Wait, what is it? Sporting are fine with the draw, yeah, because they're ahead of Frankfurt, right? Is that what I'm seeing here?
Yeah,
So
yeah, they're ahead of Frankfurt. I think they're ahead also on the
yeah, they
on the
won
goal average,
three.
right? Like
Yeah,
they,
they won 3-0 in the first one.
yeah,
So Frankfurt are probably gonna be the ones attacking. So like how many? I guess if Frank again, this is another game script thing. If Frankfurt score first in the 10th minute or something, then you're gonna get these Sporting guys racking up corners. But obviously we can't project this.
yeah.
So
You can project that.
yeah, I mean it's this thing where maybe a central midfielder gets a goal for Sporting or something first, and then you have the opposite thing where Frankfurt are pushing pretty much 90 minutes. So it's like, how are we going to project this stuff? You can't. So you almost have to. I mean, for GPPs, obviously, you're going to have to kind of project a game script for these matches to hit exactly if you want to win, if you want to get 20 crosses from these guys, kind of a thing. So
Yeah,
that's the one thing you play for, and of course the opposite could happen. So for cash games, it's extremely difficult because you usually don't want to rely on a certain game script to happen.
exactly. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm Yeah, definitely. I mean, I like the Porto guys just for that. I mean, the prices are not bad. I can see playing Kamada, but then I compare Kamada to Tadic or compare Kamada to even Ferran Torres for those prices. Like, well, should I? Should I? I mean, for cash, kind of makes sense, but like if Torres score a goal, you're already behind, right? And you can use it as a midfielder. Um, um, and just as you say, Bayern Munich guys, I don't know, they're still pricey, and I like. I mean, Mkhitaryan is not a bad price, but against Bayern, what is it? I just don't
No.
see the point of playing that card there. So, um, yeah, I'm just let me see scrolling anything else. I don't see much, and since the prices are decent, I mean, I just don't.
I got a couple
I guess we
here.
had to wait for lineups, right? Like
Hmm.
maybe,
Yeah, I'd say so. UEFA is actually
yeah,
projecting, or they were this morning, Lucas Ocampos to start for Ajax. I mean, he's a $4,600 guy.
yeah,
We'll see. Also, if James Milner starts at right back, would you consider him at 4,500?
yes, yes, I would.
It's just
I like
because,
Ocampos better, but it's still iffy, right?
right? I mean, like he doesn't really play a ton for him, so I mean, he's getting the start. Is he? How long is he gonna go? Uh, so there's a lot of questions here. I mean, you can go down like guys like Gravenberch and Sabitzer are supposed to start for Bayern. They're down here in the 4K range. Curtis Jones, 4,100. I mean, it's just a
Yeah,
bunch of iffy guys here. You go the Hosberg or Betancourt route for Tottenham. If you imagine Marseille scoring first, then like those guys are going to be pushing a little bit more than usual. So
yeah,
uh, then you got. I mean, we just it's all these like defensive midfielders, central midfielders like Kessie, De Jong. Like, do you want to if these guys start at Pilsen? Like, do you want to take a look at them? Gavi, maybe. It's just like a lot of
yeah.
iffy options here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's the problem, right? Like you say, well, I just wanna. I mean, like, what makes Ocampos better than Trincao at those prices? Just a matter of desire, right? Because Ocampos, I mean, even when he was in Sevilla, I mean, he was decent sometimes, but he was a roller coaster, right? I mean, maybe Burgess doesn't play, maybe Tadic gets set. In that case, Tadic gets better. You can do the Ocampos play, but I mean, I don't know. It feels that. I mean, I'd rather play Porto guys. I mean, it just feels. I mean, I like El Mas, but away at Liverpool, I don't even know if he's gonna play. There is. I like James Milner. Obviously, he will be good. If he plays right back, especially for that price. Since we have some defenders and we can play, it won't be a bad spot to take one of the midfielder spots. So, you know, yeah, I got nothing else at midfielder I had to see. I mean, it's just nothing unless I see. I mean, I like the Gravenbeck. I guess he might take some set pieces. I guess, but he's a just another defensive midfielder. He can work out, but if Barcelona score goals everywhere, I mean, you're done, right? Or Ajax scores, or I don't know, just very risky.
Yeah, he started. So he started and went 90. I believe it was an early match against Pilsen a few matches ago. You can look at it in his game log. I was all in on him because it was like, okay, he's taking the Kimmich role. He's gonna be on set pieces. Turned out it didn't work. He had 4.3 points in 90 minutes. Bayern Munich won 5-0. I'm
Yeah,
not sure how many set pieces they had in that one, but
yeah.
it's
I guess it
just
was Gnabry on sets or something like that. So yeah,
yeah. I mean, or Musiala and Coman are also in there. So
yeah. No, bad news. Bad news.
I'm not sure defender is any easier here. So it
Well, I
depends.
like there are two guys I like, obviously, but
You're going Liverpool? Is that what you're saying with Pedro
no, I
Porro?
have my two guys are Pedro Porro and Pellegrini. Those are my guys,
Okay.
and I was thinking the Liverpool, whatever, playing set pieces on left back, Shimikas or Robertson, maybe will be a good spot for utility. Uh, my Mateus Nunes play paid off last time. I'm not sure if I want to play against Tottenham. Uh, but I'm my first two are not the Liverpool guy, just because, as you say, the matchup might be. I know Liverpool needs to win, but who knows? Prices are good. I like Pedro Porro and I like Pellegrini. I mean, again, if Pellegrini gets up at 45 minutes, well, what are we doing? But
Yeah, it almost depends on if we'll see what the Liverpool lineup looks like. That's
yeah,
I guess that's what we have to consider here. They had 12 corners in that first match, and now they're at home, but it it just depends on their strategy. Like, how much are they going to be pushing here? I guess if they want to go for it, it's just really really difficult here because as
yeah,
usual, I mean, if they're pushing, I guess just plug in the Liverpool fullbacks and then get the 10 plus crosses kind of a thing. But no
yeah. I
guarantees
think
here.
if it comes Tuesday and you see Liverpool A team there, I will start hesitate not to put TAA and Robertson on the lineup, because it means that they're gonna try, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, if it's pretty much all their guys, like Asala's in there, Nunez in there, Firmino's still in there. Like, I guess just go with these fullbacks and see what happens. And then I mean, you still have the other options you can go to if it's not the case. You have Poro, you got Nuno Tavares, you got the guys in here, you got Pellegrini. So there are other options.
yep,
It's just
I agree. There are other options at price. I like Pellegrini for the price. I mean, I guess Lens is out, so that makes him starter with sets, even though he didn't do much, I think, but still good. Um, I don't know if anyone. I mean, Tavernier hasn't been bad, but you know,
I
not a bad
believe he missed a
price.
PK over the weekend. If that takes
Um,
away.
oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So this the funnest slate you've ever talked about?
This at least this one has some matches that I think tomorrow is gonna be awful, but worse.
So now, now with goalkeeper, what the heck are we supposed to do here? Clean sheet percentages.
I
Barcelona are 42, Bayern Munich are 32, everyone else is below 30. Okay, what do we got? Do we just envision Adan getting a bunch of saves, Lloris getting a bunch of saves? Is that kind of what we're thinking here?
man,
I can't
this
trust
is
Lloris, but
probably the hardest to pick, right? I like Urias, but that
I think I'd
doesn't
go with
mean that.
Don. I'd go with Don over Lloris. That's
Yeah,
what I think.
those two are probably the ones to go. I I feel that. And how much is past beer? I like the Ajax guy just because Rangers is so inefficient at goal, and if they have a good team, but Pasveer expensive too. So I guess, God, I just don't have a good read. I mean, I wish. I mean, I never have a good read, but now it's even worse, right? So
uh,
I
I
don't know.
think, yeah, I think I'd go maybe a Don. Maybe. I don't know. It does seem like Frankfurt are scoring in every match, so that's a downgrade. But
Yeah,
you can't trust Lloris with how he's looked though the past couple weeks.
yeah, I like Adan. I'm gonna say I like Lloris as well, and I think of the cheap guys, well, cheap. It's not that cheap, but I like the Inter goalkeeper just because if Bayern is gonna mail it, like all the different lineup, Inter have. I mean, seems like relatively injured defense. Maybe Inter can get like they can get a 0-0. He can get some saves. The buyer might want try to like the matchup. But honest to you, I think those are the three guys. I have Adan or Lloris, and if I don't have the money, I will go to. It's gonna be Onana or Handanovic. I'm not sure, but
I think I would Onana. We'll see if Handanovic is healthy. Doesn't matter though. But
yeah, it don't matter.
okay, I guess if you look.
I mean,
at it,
yeah.
yes.
Like we say in Latin America, every dog has fleas here, so it's not anyone that you like. So
Yeah. I'd say, I guess the Pilsen guys are technically in play here. Those guys make, whoever starts at goalkeeper, those guys make at least 5 saves every match. And as long as they don't allow 5 goals, you could be in a good spot. So, maybe Barcelona only get 1 goal kind of a thing, and he's still making 5 or 6 saves. You're almost at 10 points there. So
I like it. I like it. I like it.
it obviously for tournaments you got to correlate to the rest of your squad. Obviously, if you have a bunch of Barcelona guys in there, that's not a good strategy. But yeah, so that's what we're left with. I don't think we mentioned Harit here for Marseille. What do you think about Harit? So I believe he's the main set piece taker for Marseille.
I mean, I just 100. It's like 79 or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, he's up at 7,300.
It feels the price is a little bit too high.
I guess he's splitting with Veritot.
Yeah, Veretout was awful, by the way.
Yes, he was. And he's 3,600.
It was terrible. It was.
Yeah, you got that yellow
My
card.
lineup got saved by Nuno Tavares. Nuno Tavares have like 20 points. I don't know how many crosses he has, but Veretout was not good.
I do
I
think
thought he was
that,
gonna be good. No.
if this Tottenham match is scoreless for more than 60, 70 minutes, those Marseille guys could rack up corners. We could actually see maybe we were on the wrong match with Veretout or Harit here. I mean, because Marseille are the team that has to win. So if they're pushing for 70 plus minutes, and Tottenham aren't a team who possess the ball a ton as it is, like those guys could be what we saw. Maybe not as much as what we saw from Tottenham last week, but that's one team who could have a ton of corners that maybe people aren't even considering. So I think they have to be in the equation for cash games. But again, obviously, if they score in the 20th minute, then then you're screwed, kind of. So
Yeah, it's very script dependent. I'm with you there. I mean, I don't have no problem with that. I mean, the prices are a little bit higher than I wanted to, especially against Tottenham. Harit is what like.
I don't know, what does that even mean, especially against Tottenham. Tottenham just went down like 2 goals against Bournemouth over the weekend.
True, but still, if you look at the history, the fantasy points, they are not allowing that much, and it's not like Marseille can afford to concede, right? So, hey, decisions. I don't know. I like the Ajax, even though they don't play for nothing, but I like Sporting because of the prices. But hey, I mean,
Do you have a favorite tournament route here?
I think you convinced me. Ajax is the way to go. I like Ajax or Barcelona stacks, just because Pilsen is so bad compared to Barcelona level that anyone can score goals on them.
Even Rangers is pretty bad. So
yeah, I like those two, Ajax and Barcelona, because their rivals are being really, really below standards.
The matchup I want to see is Pilsen against Rangers. That's the one I want to see for the worst team in Champions League.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just they need to let those teams in. It's not European Champions League, it's a Super League, right? But we all suffer.
What do you think the most popular route is going to be for tournaments? Do you think people are going to look at the Barcelona and Bayern Munich guys? You think that's the popular route?
I I still believe people gonna go Barcelona. Yeah, Barcelona. I'm not sure if Ajax or Liverpool. I believe people trust Liverpool still. They scored a lot of goals and
Do you, I don't know. Do you actually think people trust Liverpool after what just happened over the weekend?
not
And they
me,
lost
but
4-1 in the
I
first
I see
match?
the lineups. I see the lineups and
Even the Napoli B squad would probably beat the Liverpool A squad. I don't know. One team is
that's
playing really well. The other team just lost at home to Leeds. So
yeah.
I'm not going to take that route.
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
cannot take Liverpool.
No,
That,
I'm
that's what. Yeah, that's what I'll say. I'll say I'm not going to be on Liverpool. I probably won't be on Bayern Munich because all their starters are going to be in between the 45 to 70-minute range, kind of a thing. Um,
yeah.
so you got Ajax, you got the teams that have something to play for, and then you got Barcelona, and hoping that you pick one guy who at least goes close to 90 minutes, I guess.
Yeah. I agree with you, man.
Any other thoughts on today's slate here?
Good luck. I have nothing else to say. It's like the end of Champions League group stage. Um, we'll see what happens. I mean, there's not much to say in this. Let's see if Tottenham or Frankfurt goes well, but good luck. Doesn't seem to be uh, much else than get lucky with your picks. I think.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, do
it.
you like anyone else? I mean, I don't like anyone else.
For
I
the
gotta see lineups, but even in seeing lineups, I mean, unless it's like Ocampos and you have an Ajax stack, it's just not much to look at, right? So
No, let me get your thoughts on the. We never talked this early two match slate. What are your How are Atletico gonna go into this matchup? They just lost 3-2 against Cadiz. It doesn't seem like their mindset is in the right
they need to
place.
win. I mean, sadly, we need to win to go to Europa.
Like, how important is Europa for this team?
Well, it should be very important. It should be because Europa is a way to get first. If you win, you're first of the group. And Champions League next season. And if not, the problem is if not, like I mean, Atletico have nothing to play. I mean, Real Madrid, Barcelona already like the league, La Liga is going to be a 90 points ordeal. Not going to be able to catch up there. We are not going to have any competition to look forward besides the cup, right? So
Hmm.
I mean, Atletico is very important, so I think, and they have to win. And if Leverkusen, Leverkusen wins, they're toasted. They need to win, so very important. I think Atletico needs to. I mean, one thing is the motivation. I think they're gonna have the right motivation. Can they do it? I don't know. It's been horrible. It's been horrible. They haven't been able to do it. Especially the last match. You take out the penalty shot at the end. It's just if you cannot win on Liverpool or Bruges, I mean you have problems, and that's where we are. So I think it's important, and they need a win. So better do before the people bring the pitchforks, right? So maybe Simeone is gone after if they lose. I don't know what's gonna happen, but
That would be crazy.
that would be crazy. Yeah, I think he stays, but it's all you know
Yeah.
all the problems, and then Joao Felix problems, and hey, Joao Felix match is against Porto, the main rival. So hey, it's time to put up.
Yeah, Porto kind of threw us off the scent because they lost that one early match against Bruges, and now they haven't allowed a goal in their last three Champions League matches. Won those ones, what combined 9-0. So they threw everyone off the scent. But all right, that's it. That's it for the two gamer. We just gave everyone a bunch of winners for this six gamer. Hopefully it helped. Do you think this helped people, Luis?
I think so. I definitely think so.
Hopefully. It's just wait for lineups. Again, rotowire.com/soccer trial. You get a free 10-day trial, and then rotowire.com/chat. Get into our Discord. We'll be talking about lineups. We'll be talking about motivation in there. And that's
Flaming.
really, Flaming. It's gonna be flaming. I mean, that's really the main thing that matters on this slate is what these lineups look like, how
Yeah.
these teams are gonna play. So,
Yeah, I think so. I think
that's why it's kind of difficult to actually talk about. Because if we actually had the lineups right here, it'd be a lot easier to talk about. But we don't. So,
yeah. Yeah, no, it's yeah, that's it. I think we are in good shape. I mean, like Tottenham, good, we like Son, we like Ajax. I think it's good. Barcelona might be a good dark horse because of the rival. Um, Sporting pricing seems decent. The defense, it depends what Liverpool do. Do they bring their regular fullbacks? They don't. You know, good luck. Good luck with the goalie. I think the goalie might decide this one.
great. Don't say that.
Don't say that.
I just
Never
lost the
tell me
king
the
of the
odds.
pitch ticket because I didn't have a clean sheet over on Saturday. That stupid goalie. But all right,
Yeah, all
whatever.
those missions on DraftKings, I never have the clean sheet win goalie. It's always the last one.
Yeah. All right, Luis. You can find him
Adam.
at. You can find Luis at Pacheco on Twitter. I am at Zdroik. We'll be back later this week for Wednesday's slate. Yeah. So good luck on this 6-gamer. Again, check out our Discord. But Luis, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you again for the final day of group stages.
That's right.